Gossip Girl is back and we are recreating their looks.
What's hooking up with Dan in the bathroom?
That's me.
Je veux travailler à Paris maintenant.
Les poissons. How I love les poissons.
Good thing we have Penn Badgley.
And who am I? That's a secret I'll never tell. Is that Drew? Is that Sinead? Oh my god, the Clevver girls. You know you love me. XOXO. Gossip Girl. Hey, Upper East Siders. Welcome back to Clevver Style.
Hi guys. I'm excited. You're excited.
I'm so excited.
We're all excited because one of the best shows ever is back on TV. Gossip Girl is making a triumphant return. All new cast, all new drama, all new scandals, and of course, all new fashion.
All new skin tones.
Yes!
You guys, listen, so some of us have seen like all the episodes, some of us have only seen a few seasons, but it doesn't matter. Regardless, there's no doubting that what we all remember is the iconic fashion that this show gave us.
Oh, the best. Gossip Girl and Sex and the City, I think, have the best fashion on TV ever. I'm so excited. And of course, we gotta pay our respects to the OG cast, so we're gonna be restyling these looks with a 2021 feel.
So we've done this whole recreation shebang before. We did Sex and the City.
That is right, and recently we also did Friends. But for today's restyle, we're actually going to be adding a few new elements to the entire journey.
Yeah, so we're going to do 3 different outfits, and the first one is going to be our own recreation or interpretation of the Constance Billiards uniform.
Yes! And then our second look is going to be recreating the ladies' looks, the female characters.
That is right, and then of course we had to honor the guys on the show because they had some pretty damn good fashion too. So our third look will be the men's fashion category.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm sure you guys are dying to know what characters we will all be recreating. So I'm going to be doing Jenny and Dan, who are related. And Dan's also. Oh, well, I'll wait for it because I don't want to spoil
I was like,
too much, even though it's how many years after.
Right. And then I'm gonna be my favorite characters actually, Serena and Chuck.
very nice, very nice. And then I will be Blair, Waldorf, and Nate. What is it, Archibald?
Yes,
Yep,
of course.
yep.
All right, Upper East Siders, are you ready to get a little more clever? Hexo, hexo, Gossip Girl.
Okie dokie, school is in session, y'all. Okay.
Bell.
Yes, that was, oh my god, triggered.
Thank you.
Got
Sorry.
triggered. So we are in our uniform round, which we're not in our characters yet. This is our own interpretation of what our Constance Billiards uniform would be. And like, obviously, we know we're not in dress code. And like, as somebody who went to a Catholic college private school, I would get, Miss Gurney would give me all the red slips in the world, okay? But we look really cute.
We look
really
cute.
cute.
I put this outfit on and I immediately wanted to start spreading rumors about you guys.
Oh.
You're no one until you're talked about.
You look like the epitome of what I remember Gossip Girl to be. Like, this
This is very like Upper East Side, rich
Yeah.
girl. Daddy has
money.
Daddy has lots and
Visa
lots
got
of
maxed
money.
out, you guys.
Yeah. So I very much so drew inspiration from the new cast because, again, that's why I picked this sheer shirt, which I think is so cute. I wanted to tie in a scarf because I feel like I remember them wearing scarves, either with like
totally,
tied
all
on
the
their
time.
bag or like around their neck. So I was like, I want to put it in my hair. And then tie because it just feels very uniform, like hit me baby one more time, you know?
Yes.
And what else did I do? This bag, I just think it's really cute. Oh,
You can
obviously,
fit like 2 pencils in
yeah,
it.
pencils and erasers is all you need in your phone. So obviously I'm not studying too hard because my books won't fit in here, but that's okay. And then I have this pleated skirt, which actually the skirt.
Whoa, I was like,
So fun. You're not gonna see any panties today. You can do kicks and flips and fall and nobody's gonna see anything, which I really like. The dips and flips again. My favorite part are these ruffle socks. I think they're
yeah, those
so
are the cutest.
cute.
Every single person had a pair of those at one point in their life.
You know,
yeah,
they're
I love
like
it.
I haven't had these since I was a child,
Yeah.
but I'm so happy to have them
And
again
with
as
the
an
heels,
adult.
I love that look. It's
Yeah.
so cute.
Very 90s, but again, not dress code at all.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can see my midriff, which
yeah,
is just
you'd
a
go to the principal for sure.
big no-no. But I would wear this if I did have a non-uniform uniform.
I love it. I love it so much.
This look is very Hamptons meets bubblegum, pop star. I feel so preppy and I love it. These are like my favorite colors. This is from Boohoo. The bag is from Nasty Gal.
Cute.
And I believe the shoes are from Boohoo.
Those are cute.
I'm upset. This whole thing is so good.
And this is my own.
So, and your nails, get the nails.
Oh, right?
They match.
Did you do that on purpose?
No. Nope. This
Wow,
is
that
just
is
my,
that's
just
actually
my
crazy.
aesthetic.
That's everything. This is so cute.
Sorry I'm late. I was hooking up with Dan in the bathroom.
That's me!
For my look, I wanted to give the idea of like, I showed up to school and I didn't really try, but like secretly I did, you know? So I kind of meshed a little bit of like a masculine type of vibe with some of the guys in like the oversized shirt with pictures of the new cast actually. Because the new cast, the biggest thing I noticed is that they're really not as girly, which obviously like speaks a little to my soul. Like there's a lot less of the polishness to it. And I think that's just more appropriate for 2021.
Yeah, totally.
But I couldn't decide if I wanted to tuck or untuck this misguided oversized shirt.
You have the same
You
skirt
have the
on?
same skirt.
Mine
Very
is
close.
You have shorts underneath?
no, I got ass underneath. Mine is from, this is like the craziest thing about the shirt is that once I like tied it, it was really, really wrinkly, but it's oversized shirt and I probably would also like
I like it
potentially
like
wear
that
it like
too.
this, but it was just so wrinkly at the bottom, which might kind of go towards the aesthetic a little bit too.
Is that part of the sock?
It's part of the sock.
Oh, that's everything.
Yeah, so the shirt is misguided, the skirt, the shoes, and all of the accessories are from ROMWE. And I don't know, I just had a whole vibe of like a little bit of femininity and like the choker. But what I really love about the new cast pictures is that it's not too girly, and I just feel like I will steal their outfits even more this time around.
Yeah.
And a little bit of like DGAF. And then I got this bag, which is very Dan Humphrey of me. He always had, he always had like a newsboy bag type of thing. And this one is the most appropriate, I think, for school.
Yeah.
But the great thing about Gossip Girl is never ever, maybe Nate did, but aside from him, no, he didn't. He had a briefcase type of bag too. Nobody had a backpack. It was insane.
In high school, I didn't wear backpacks either.
I didn't either.
Everyone wore like oversized, like tote
The
bags.
tote bags.
Yeah.
That was a big thing too.
Nobody did backpacks.
Yeah.
What's it like for you now?
Yeah, tell us in the comments. Did you use a backpack? All right, now we are rocking our ladies' looks. I am dressed as Serena when she went to Paris.
Ooh, I'm Jenny.
And I am Blair. The Paris, really quick, the Paris few days, obviously leading up to one of the greatest moments in Gossip Girl history, which is Blair in the red dress on the bridge with Chuck. That whole storyline I loved so much. And like the idea of like Chuck running off and Serena had to go identify the body. Like,
wait, what?
It sounds so ridiculous when you say it out loud because like, oh my
about
god,
that.
I love that. Pretty sure that's the episode she's wearing this.
Yeah.
And then like they go to dinner with those two guys, remember? And that's where Blair meets Prince Louis.
Wow.
Which is the outfit I'm wearing is the outfit she wears when she's with Prince Louis later on in the show.
It's all connected.
God, full circle.
I love it.
I think it looks so cute.
Thank
cute.
you.
Yeah.
So the picture that I was recreating off of, she was wearing this like cage dress. I looked for it so hard, couldn't find it. So this was like the same color scheme and the same vibe, very Parisian, very soft and feminine. She wore a hat just
Love
like
the
this.
hat.
Shoes just like this. And then this looks like a cage. So I was like, this is perfect. Plays
I like that.
homage to the cage.
I like
like
it.
that.
I like it.
Yes.
Oh, Polly loves this fit.
Oh yeah, this
It
is
is like
Polly.
their
It's
their
cute.
go-to. Yeah, it's
I
cute.
love it.
It's really cute.
My boobs are about to flop
I was
out.
gonna
I'm
say,
happy you
but it's Paris.
No, but this is the thing. I'm happy you brought up your boobs because I feel like I'm always the person who brings up people's boobs, but your bosom looks so good.
They do look really good.
Merci beaucoup. Serena had my favorite style of the whole show. She was very sophisticated. Serena, as a person, was a little snotty. I mean, she's the main character of the show. She was obsessed with Dan, but also hooked up with Nate. But yeah, she was kind of a bad girl that looked like a good girl, which is why I think she got away with a lot of stuff.
She just wasn't outwardly bad. She wasn't like as rude or like vindictive. She just had like she would always stand up for herself.
She loved to throw together mixed pieces, so like kind of like a baggy pant like that and then a sequin blazer. It was always a little different. She loved accessories. So I had a little fun with the playful sophistication, feminine, but also like, don't mess with me.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. Makes me want to go to Paris.
Right?
Yeah.
Je veux travailler à Paris maintenant.
Oh my god, your accent is so good.
Do you speak
Merci,
French?
merci.
Oui.
Croissant.
Oui, un croissant.
Drew's line is all, or Drew's go-to French word is always croissant.
Or it's le.
Or it's le poisson.
Les poissons. How I love les poissons. But I chop off the heads and I pull out the bones.
All right, so Blair Waldorf. So my obsession with Gossip Girl came before the show ever came out. I had all the books, and obviously in the books, you're set up to really truly fall in love with not just Blair, but Blair and Nate together. And it was kind of like my first introduction. I think Blair and Chuck are one of the greatest TV couples in the history of the world.
Agreed.
In terms of her fashion, she's obviously the girliest one, which is another reason why I wanted to do a Blair outfit today, because she has the style that's least like my own, obviously. But she's also really friggin' sophisticated, especially later on. Yeah, so the top and the bag and the accessories are all Shein. The pants are from Express, actually, which is a store I haven't shopped at in like straight up a decade.
Forever, yeah.
Yeah, and the shoes are Steve Madden.
Those are so cute.
Yeah.
I know.
This whole outfit is
Cute, right?
so cute.
And
yeah.
her outfit was a lot more colorful top, and then she was also wearing a green bag, which I really do like the combo of pink and green, obviously. Like they go together really, really well.
And that goes on your hand like that? Or
No, I mean, I was hiding my half manicure.
Ah.
But you can hold it like that clearly. That's
Yeah, I
cool.
know.
that's
I
so
just
cool.
slipped that bad boy right on there.
Okay, so I'm Jenny. I'm Dan's sister, who I will be later turning into. You'll see in a second. But this is the thing. So Jenny was like the goody two shoes at first, right? She looked like this. And then all of a sudden she was like, I'm gonna be bad. So then she turned bad, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she was like the
Yes.
little sister of the group.
Yeah.
And then she started to come into her own. She started to rebel a little bit, wear
Right.
that black smoky eyeliner.
But I feel like this was the era of time when she really wanted to be Blair.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And
she wanted to be one of those minions.
Right, she
Yeah.
wanted to be like one of her posse people.
Yes.
You guys, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I saw 2 seasons of Gossip Girl, and I enjoyed those 2 seasons, but I stopped after that. So, my memory is a little foggy, but you know what what I wasn't foggy on was recreating this exact outfit that she did.
Yeah,
And
this is so spot on.
It is
So good.
so spot on. I heard that she's not a lot of people's favorites. I hear that she gets like real irritating, which
Well,
I would
just 'cause
probably agree.
She does. She whines a lot.
Yeah.
And
Try
like,
hard.
She tries so hard, and then she wants to be in so bad that she literally turns like evil. Like the things that she does to people is like, you go to jail for stuff
It's
like
because
that.
her shirt was too tight. I get it.
I wanted it to be special.
It's a little mature, but it's fun, you
Yeah,
know?
it's so
like
fun.
I feel like it's a costume.
Yeah.
So fun.
I'm not quite sure
the
what the costume
headband
is,
with
but
the pearls on
Yeah.
here. Love it.
and don't come for me. My headband was gonna be blue, just didn't come in time, okay? But I think this is a nice second.
Dude, it cannot come for you in this outfit. You are literally like
Yeah.
identical.
Literally cannot come for me in this outfit, okay? I look like Jenny. I am Jenny.
I am Jenny.
Okay? And if you do, then my other alter ego Dan's gonna write about you.
Yeah!
Alrighty. Okay, so back in our boys' outfits. So I am Mr. Nathaniel Archibald. I'm gonna be real honest with you. I think that not only was Nate like probably one of the most boring characters on the show.
And the hottest.
Yeah, definitely the hottest, but one of the most boring characters on the show, and also had the most boring fashion. But and that's just me being honest, all right? I went for the Hamptons outfit because it was like one of the moments where I actually felt like they did Nate's fashion justice, and this is how I would picture someone to like your hot guy next door. First of all, an all white outfit on a guy is always like money,
Yes.
especially like at a dress up. So they're at the white party.
Yes.
It's the episode where Nate and Serena make out. But in this episode, Nate and Serena make out because they're trying to get the heat off of Nate because Nate's busy hooking up with like a married woman the married woman ends up being Blair's new boyfriend's stepmother, but then they find out that they're actually not. They're hooking up. It's like a crazy storyline.
Got it.
Obviously.
Of course.
Obviously.
Of course.
And then Dan walks in and he sees Serena and Nate making out. He's like,
And then he takes out his phone.
I'm gonna put it in my blog.
Yes.
it's just a lot of weird crap happens. So, really quick. So my cardigan, which is like so hot, is from MISSGUIDED, but feel it, it's so soft. Both.
Ooh,
right?
teddy bear.
Like, what the hell?
That's so nice.
Pretty Little Thing top and pants. This is the Pretty Little Thing tag. It's not an accessory, but I do kind of feel like this would work with like a fun like black chain, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm wearing these like surf shoes from a brand I've never heard of, but they're actually pretty comfortable. I just needed to find a different boat shoe that felt very Nate without having to get Sperry's, because I can't ever wear Sperry's again in my life.
How did he not stain this outfit? Because I would immediately.
Because he's Nate.
doesn't
Rich
have a
people
period.
don't stain clothes. Also, you are also wearing the outfit from the Hamptons.
I'm also wearing the
This
Hamptons
is so
outfit.
cute. Who are you, Blair?
I'm Chuck.
Oh, we're
Chuck
sorry.
Bass. His outfit, he's basically Blair, like the male Blair. They both wear very colorful, very put together, sophisticated. So his outfit was a lot of pastel blues and light greens. So I had fun with this little oversized blazer.
So cute.
Yeah, it's cute.
These are my shoes. I
God,
believe
so
they're Jeffrey
cute.
Campbell. Yeah, and this is from Nasty Gal. I love this little saddle bag. And then of course, bringing the headband back.
I love it.
Like
I love the
Fran
green on
Drescher.
the.
Oh.
Get out of here.
Chuck Bass is like daddy of the show.
Yeah.
Bad boy, rich, spoiled. He's always talking monotone and like he's too good for you.
I'm Chuck Bass.
But him and Blair, I don't know, they're the worst people in the world, but why do I ship them so much?
Because they're the greatest TV couple. Like
I
there's
love them.
they're so awful. Like they're such awful people
Yes.
sometimes. And the fact that these two awful people
found each other. It's
like
beautiful.
they're nice, they're human beings when they're together. And that's done on purpose, you know?
You fought for me all year. I've come to fight for you.
Okay, so in case you guys are wondering why I've been just a little bit quiet, it's because as Dan Humphrey, I am being observant and listening to what's going on so then I can later scribe it in my blog.
Screw us all over.
Yes, exactly.
You're the new kid in town.
That's totally why. So I am Dan, aka Penn Badgley, aka sexiest human alive, I think.
And you love you so
Yes,
much.
this is why I'm like actually really excited because I love you so much.
Aw, I love you too.
I love you and the Netflix show because I saw Penn Badgley and you. That's what made me want to watch Gossip Girl for the first time. So this was like a year ago.
He's
It
like a
wasn't that long
stalker in
ago.
both, so
Yeah.
it works.
And then I was like, there's not enough Penn Badgley in this, so I stopped
Yeah.
watching this.
It's a good thing we have Penn Badgley.
Shut, oh my god. Anyway, Penn Badgley, I love you. Hi, come visit us. I am dressed as you. 10 years, spoiler alert. I am Gossip Girl. I know, shocking, right?
I always thought it was Dorota.
I thought this outfit was so dope. So I'm not sure what the scene is, but here's a picture. He's holding Serena's hand.
They're at the Society debut.
They're at the Society debut, and I thought this was like the perfect me version of that outfit. In fact, I was shocked. This is from ASOS. I think the shoes are from ASOS as well. I think the jewelry might be from ASOS. I think I did a whole ASOS situation. I am obsessed with this suit.
So good.
It reminds me of Beyonce and Love on Top, which is the music
Yes.
video, you
Yes.
know? It's like very much so that it's just well made, you know?
Does it fit?
fit.
You like how it
Yeah, the
feels?
fit
Yeah,
is
the
perfect.
fit is really, really good.
I have never put on a suit that like wasn't tailored but felt tailored, and it's mwah. So ASOS, I commend
So
you. This
good.
is
Wow.
great. It's hot, but it's a vibe. So I felt like going with sparkles was the perfect way to pay homage to Gossip Girl himself. You know?
Yes.
It only felt right to be a little flashy.
That's right.
So that's what
I
I
respect
did.
it.
So what about Dan? What can I tell you?
Here's
hot.
Jenny.
He's very sexy.
He's nice.
I was his sister before I was this.
Well, he was
and,
also like, he kind of had a Seth Cohen vibe from the OC, like a little nerdy,
Yeah,
but
that's
something
where
about
I
him
actually
was
didn't
really
watch that one
hot.
either. Dan was like, he was supposed to be a nerd. Obviously, it's Penn Badgley. How are you gonna make that nerdy, right?
Right. They
But
tried
in the,
hard, I'm
yeah,
sure.
they're like, let's hire this kind of like gawky guy, and then he walked in, and then he just progressively got hotter and hotter by like the week, probably. You
And
know?
then after I was Dan Humphrey and I was Gossip Girl, I went on to be a stalker.
Are you watching me?
Maybe.
Stalker.
Upper East Siders, this was so much fun. What did you think of our restyling of the Gossip Girl cast outfits. Do you want to see more? Let us know in the comments what show we should do next.
Yeah.
All the suggestions, all of them. Also, if you guys liked any of the looks that you saw us wear today, it will all be linked in the description below. So get to clicking and recreate your own Gossip Girl look.
Do it. And then you guys, of course, there is always more where this came from. So while you are getting ready for the Gossip Girl reboot, I can barely contain my excitement, obviously. I'm just a small fan of the show. But once you guys are done doing that, click right over here for
Right
even
there.
more from Clevver Style.
Right there,
Do
Gossip
it.
Girl would want you to.
You might see Joe